we're ready.
Okay, so there's an epilogue, and Rose Chu gathers all the girls of the Sonichu series, and Lalisa, the unimportant Rose Chu that works with DJ Jamsta, is there, and she introduces them to fucking Simone La Rose Chu and Zephina Rose Chu. And Zephina Rose Chu is very explicitly a 14-year-old. And she goes up to Rose Chu and she's like, I want to offer my services as a model. Because they're doing like a nude photo shoot. And Rose Chu like gets on her level and she's like, Zephina, I would love to have you do the photo shoot, but because of the dumb laws, I can't have you model nude with us.
As a responsible adult, I can't accept you. What if I was irresponsible?
Hell yeah, brother. And she's like,
17-year-old sex slave.
she's like, women power. We'll fight those jerks with our bodies. And that is this epilogue here. Very funny things happen. Okay, spring break 2008.
This is the last slide.
No, it's not.
No,
Oh,
it's
you
not.
said
It's
55
far
was
from the
like-
last slide.
I have 50. This is slide 55. I have 72 slides.
Oh, you have 55 pages of notes.
I do not have 55 pages of notes. I have 15.
I don't know where I got 55 from then. What? Sorry.
Okay, so spring break.
Yes, I think
At this point, Bubbles and Blake are fully dating, but they're doing it in secret. So they don't want anyone to know that they're dating. But the thing is, they are really bad at being secretive, and literally the entire cast is like, oh yeah, they're dating. But they don't play along with it because they don't want them to know, or whatever. So, Bubbles has like another Sonichu ball that she has to find in the ocean. And she goes up to Blake and she's like, hey, I gotta go find this Sonichu ball, but I'll have sex with you later. And so she disappears. And we're introduced to Sylvana Rose Chu, who, so this is when the canon kind of gets like a little weird, if it wasn't weird before. Because originally we're supposed to believe that the Sonichu Rainbow Blast only made like 5 eggs that were scattered across time. But actually, there were like a lot, like a bunch of Sonichu eggs that were scattered throughout time and space. And Sylvana hatched on the moon, and she was raised telepathically by Count Graduan. And in exchange for her female reproductive organs, he gives her the power to transform like a ditto. And she can, so she has the ability to have both a vagina and a penis, just like at her whim, whenever she wants. She can have either one. And also after sex, she can like secrete like a paralysis substance that like takes out anyone she has sex with. And so she sees Bubbles like go on her mission, and she transforms herself into Bubbles and has sex with Black Sonichu, and he's like taken out, he's like paralyzed. And she immediately is like, she transforms herself into Black Sonichu to go have sex with Bubbles. And Bubbles is like unaware of this, but she goes up to Black Sonichu and she's like, let's get her done. And Magichan telepathically is like, Bubbles, do not have sex with Black Sonichu. He is an imposter, and you will like be paralyzed if you have sex with him. And she's like, fuck you, Magichan. I'm gonna have sex with my boyfriend. And so she goes and she's about to have sex with Black Sonichu, but she gets this call from Jigglyami, who has found Black Sonichu incapacitated in like a closet or whatever, because Jigglyami's back and she's like performing a concert or whatever, and she's like, Bubbles, your boyfriend is here. And Bubbles is like, oh shit, that's not Black Sonichu, even though Magichan told her, and she just didn't believe him. And so they fight, and also Chris includes this drawing of Sonichu that was created by Blanca, and that's basically this episode. I don't think anything else happens.
I love that.
Fuck you, Magichu. Fuck you, I'm gonna go have sex with my boyfriend. What else? Oh shit,
I'm
So
so
God.
I forgot.
okay, so at this point, Chris is like being swarmed with trolls that are all trying to be his girlfriend. And he's like, there were 3 women in my life at one point, and I was struggling choosing between them. But God and Jesus came along, and they made the choice for me, because one of them turned out to be a troll, and the other one got hit by a truck and died. He depicts this action here. Sarah Jackson R.I.P. And so he's left with one woman.
Killed by Optimus Prime, most notoriously.
Yeah. So he's left with this one girl, Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie.
Holy shit, Sarah Jackson, a true Sonichu girl and gal pal, died October 2008. Sadly, one died.
R.I.P. But don't get attached to this bitch either, because she later on dies in the Australian bushfires. So she also is taken out of the running.
Oh my.
None of these people actually were real or died.
Yeah.
These were all
Yeah.
trolls.
Every single one of them.
Jackson, no.
Okay, Sonichu 9. Do I have any questions or any concerns here?
So many concerns.
So many concerns. I got it.
So,
I am so happy this man is a person.
alright, never mind. I'll just keep the train going.
Hell yeah.
Who am I to hold it?
Hell yeah. Okay, so.
Maddie, can you be, I think it's getting dark. You should turn on the light.
Oh, the disco lights. You're so right.
All Sonichu material is copyright. Oh my god.
Alright.
Alright. Now let me see if the camera can handle
Check
that.
the camera quickly.
Let me see if I can handle that.
See, I was gonna do that to you later.
Holy
but I was like,
shit.
oh, wait, it's actually getting dark.
There's like, it's only in that corner. It's nowhere else.
Oh.
That's awesome. That's alright. It looks funny.
Okay.
We also can just turn them off because
No, I like it.
Dating education.
Lighting department likes it.
That is this episode.
some department is carnival.
It is definitely an episode that exists. And, okay, so this is kind of like wish fulfillment. Like, this is a class that Chris has like explained that he wishes he had in high school to learn how to date people. And basically, you get like anonymously paired with a partner, and you talk online for a bit, and then you go on a few dates, and then you have sex with them. And that's this class. And so, Punchy Sonichu signs up because he's like in love with Angelica, and he's like, this is how I'm gonna win her over. And fuck. Okay, because the pairings are random, he actually gets paired with this bitch, Layla the Flappy, and also at the same time, Wild gets paired with Simona Rosechew. Remember Simona? She's gonna be important later. So they end up like falling in love and dating. But Reginald the Sneasel actually wanted to date Layla, and he's like really sad about that. He tries to like sabotage them, but Angelica's there, and she's like, "Don't worry, Reginald, you'll find someone." And they also start dating. And also there's like this weird plot line where the teacher dies right before their final exam, and so she's replaced by her sister, and that's really strange. Also, Ivy. Ivy is another troll sweetheart that Chris was madly in love with, and he made like several weird videos, like.
It's gonna be so good together when we're together.
Ow. What was it? He goes, ow.
I'm turning away. So.
Did he do like electric torture shit too? Where he's like, is that you? Or something like that?
So I don't know.
Yeah, he went a little wild with it.
So Ivy is also in date ed, but at this point, I think Chris is in the time void still, and so she can't get paired with him. But she's like holding out for him because both God and Jesus came to her in like a vision and told her that she was meant to be Chris Chan's sweetheart, and so she's like kind of saving herself for him. But she's also there, and also, I don't know if I mentioned the Sonichu specials. I'm not gonna cover them because that's time that I don't have. But she's featured in many a Sonichu
just
I think there's 4.
yeah, it's not too bad. They're all Christmas specials too.
No, they're not. The Sonichu Christmas is just like its own thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The Sonichu specials are like Chris fighting real life trolls like Liquid Chris.
Okay.
I'm doing like a little Liquid Chris cosplay by the
I
way.
see. I
Dude,
saw
it's really
that.
awesome.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Liquid Chris. That was a good arc.
Liquid Chris is like the best part about Christian.
It really was. Do you think Liquid Chris had sex with his mom?
I might.
I don't think you'd take the joke that far.
He probably got a real girlfriend.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. As
I
a
forgot
result,
about-
as a result of his trolling.
I think he's married to like the girl that he was trolling Chris with
I
now.
forgot all about that.
I don't know.
That's hilarious. Imagine getting married because you guys trolled Chris Chan together.
That's quite silly. Quite funny.
Poor Chris.
Um,
He really just went down the bad path. Bad Chris.
okay, also, I didn't include any slides of this, but like, there's also like a couple of South Park characters that are just also in Date Ed, and I think that's really
In there.
strange. They're just there. That's this episode, and they actually take this final exam, and so Chris has like a copy of
that's
these.
really fast.
You can actually take this test because I have an answer key for it.
Oh hell yeah.
So,
Everything
About blank percent of regular girls ditch boys and blank pretty
percent.
girls ditch boys. I'm gonna say B for number 1.
I would have to say.
I'm gonna say C.
I'm thinking C or D.
It actually is C.
Hell yeah.
No!
So that is this episode.
No, we need to take the rest.
We don't have time, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll post the answer key. So all the viewers at home.
All the views at home. Read description.
I hope you know Maddie's family is fully ready to watch all of this.
Oh yeah, when I was home the other day, I had like the first 5 issues like ready to go, and so I presented those issues to them, and they loved it. They wanted more. But actually, there was like this one point where my stepmom disappears for like an hour, and she comes back after previously knowing nothing about Chris Chan. She knows like everything now. She just knows all the things there are to know about him.
It is a good lore.
So that was quite funny. Episode 20. This is where they rescue Chris from the time void, I think. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of like the Infinity War of the Sonichu series because you have all these guys coming together to fight these big like robots sent by Mary Lee Walsh and Count Graduan, and also the Power Rangers are there for whatever reason. And honestly, I did not care about this episode. I didn't read it. I took a couple of screenshots. I gave a summary of what I thought happened, and that was that. But
This is
they're
what
all.
time the Halo dies, right?
Nemo's dad was there?
I don't think so, but I can't remember.
Where's Power Rangers to be specific?
I don't fucking know. I just know they're there. But like basically all the baddies and the characters that we've been introduced to thus far are here. And there is a weird plot line where Sonichu is like talking to Rose Chu about how he loves all the homosexual Sonichu fans, but also he is so angry at them because they keep depicting him as gay, and he has to confirm that all the characters in Sonichu, unless stated otherwise, are completely straight. They're all straight, and they're not gay. And
Good to say that. Good to say that. Get that out of the way, you know.
yeah. And all the losers and dweebs online have to stop portraying them as anything else because they are straight. And also, they say today, Chris gets sucked out of the time void, so he's back now, and that is quick defense.
And now Chris is back to being the main character.
Yes. Okay. Oh shit. And then also at the end of this episode, he's like, by the way, Sonichu and Rose Chu have been married for the last 3 years, and they have 3 kids together, and they've been keeping it a secret from all of you. You all got trolled. And so this is them and all their kids. Yeah.
Why does he look like he has a really bad mustache in that comic?
I don't know. Oh, also,
Oh shit!
this is the answer key to Dating Ed.
No, you gotta go past see that.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
take the
Guys,
test.
close your eyes. Don't knock. Sonichu 10. We're getting towards the end now. This is just like a single episode, but it goes on forever. And it's basically just Chris coming out of the time void, and he's doing a lot of things. He's doing many a thing in this, and it's a lot to keep up with. So, I'm gonna read straight from my notes here.
Is Rose Jewish?
My high school ring.
Oh shit, yeah, okay, so the high school ring. I talked about Blanca for a bit, but I forgot to mention that like the group of trolls that was like portraying Blanca convinced Chris to send his real life medallion to her. And so they filmed themselves like destroying the medallion and like pissing on it and setting it on fire. And he still refuses to believe, I think to this day, that Blanca was involved in any of that. But he basically in this episode retcons like that the medallion was ever important, and it was actually like power that came from his high school ring that causes him to transform into a Sonichu. So that's this panel up here. So also after he comes out of the time void, he tells everyone that he has met his future wife. Her name is Lovely Weather, and they have a little girl together named Crystal. And he also reveals that his future wife mistook him for his future self and had sex with him. But don't think too much about that because it's a little weird. Speaking of, he also like goes up to Madison and he's like, in the future they're like doing this study to create a gay vaccine to cure all homosexuality. And he reveals that he donated his pure straight blood to the makers of the vaccine, so he can cure all the homos of the world.
I believe it.
And he gets Magic